good afternoon. My name is Delaney, Aumua, and I'm a senior at Granada High School. First, I want to start off by thanking Livermore Granada boosters for including me in the selection of Olympian Scholar finalists. I'd also like to thank my athletic director, Ms. Greenlee, and my principal, Mr. Conover. It truly is an honor to be able to stand in front of you all today. My love for softball started very young in my life. I joined my first t-ball team when I was 4 years old, and I haven't looked back since. As I got older and more competitive, I made the switch from rec ball to travel ball, and my love for the game grew even more. At this point, softball became my only hobby. Whether I was practicing in my own backyard or watching college games with my teammates, it was always something related to softball, and my dream of playing at the next level grew even more. After years of hard work, I was fortunate enough to have been given the opportunity to continue to play the sport I love at the highest level, and in about 4 months, I'll be traveling across the country to live out my dream at Auburn University. Where you go? I also plan to pursue an education in sports business. This process has been everything but easy, and honestly, it's brought me some of the hardest challenges I've had to overcome. There was lots of blood, sweat, tears, and sacrifices that went into achieving my goals. And I'm not going to lie, there were moments where I thought I couldn't do it, moments where I wanted to give up because I was tired and thought I was wasting my time. Coming from a big and tight-knit family, they were the reason I kept going each and every day. While there have been tons of people who have cheered me on and been there to see my best moments, there are very few who have seen me at my lowest. When asked who my greatest inspiration is, I always say my family, because how could I pick one person with a support system as big as mine? I'm lucky enough to have my mom and dad who continuously push me to become the best student athlete I could be. They've always taught me to be humble and work hard, especially when nobody's watching. They've made countless sacrifices, whether it was driving me to and from LA every weekend, or emptying their pockets to pay for annual travel ball fees and college camps. I also have my older sister, Marley, who has shown me unconditional love and who I know I will always have to lean on when times get tough. While most may think she's just a typical older sister who bosses me around and pays for everything, she's much more than that. She's my biggest hype woman, my current agent, my private chef, personal hair braider, and most importantly, my best friend. She's taught me I can do anything I put my mind to and has been there for me at my highest highs and lowest lows. When talking about blood, sweat, and tears, she's seen the most of it. Whether I was stressing about my college recruitment process or not performing to my standards, she's always been there to reassure me that everything would be okay and that one bad performance doesn't define who I am. I truly believe that I would not be the person I am today if it wasn't for her. Now, I'm sure as every other athlete in this room already knows, being a student athlete brings inevitable sacrifice. Early morning practices and games meant going to bed early, which meant no late nights with cousins or friends. Late night workouts meant homework right after school. Working hard in the gym meant feeding your body with the correct nutrients so you could be ready the next morning. Busting your butt in the classroom meant turning things in before the due date so assignments wouldn't build up. With all this being said, I experienced the hardest sacrifice I ever had to make in August of 2023. My uncle passed away after a long battle with valley fever. He was one of my biggest supporters, and losing him meant losing a very important role model in my life. My Uncle Dave was bound to a wheelchair, and although he needed round-the-clock care for all of my life, that never stopped him from making his nieces and nephews a priority in his life. He sacrificed the pains he had in his body to watch my cousins and I achieve our sports goals. My whole life, I watched him fight through illnesses and more injuries and continue to persevere through life with a smile, even given his circumstances. When I was asked to attend a softball camp that would help further my goals, I knew I needed to go, even if that meant missing the funeral of my greatest supporter. He made so many sacrifices in life to help support the people he loved, so I knew deep down that he would want me to persevere through the heartache from his loss and try my best at this camp to help secure my future. Although my Uncle Dave was not here to see what college I committed and signed to, I know that his spirit led me to choosing Auburn, and that he is smiling down on my family and I every day. All of these challenges I've had to learn to overcome have shaped me into the student athlete I am today. Without the help of my family, coaches, teammates, and guardian angels, I wouldn't know how to navigate these obstacles in life. To everyone that has helped me on my path to achieve my goals, I'm eternally grateful to you, and I hope you're ready to stick with me for a lot longer, because this is just the beginning. Thank you.